Hello, high school students. Wanted to take a few minutes just to talk to you about this school year, and we're all very excited to have you here with us and to be offering in-person, face-to-face school. It's been a long time coming, and I know you guys feel that way too. I do want to let you know some of the changes and some of the things that we're going to be doing here to keep you safe during this time. Uh, One of the first things that you'll notice when you come to the building is that each day we're going to be doing temperature scans. We have 3 machines that will be scanning you as you walk by. You won't even realize it, and it'll be recording your temperatures. This will happen when you first come into the building, and it'll happen multiple times throughout the day. We also have one unit that's a standalone unit that will be down on the 3rd floor and then on the bottom floor, and then it will be moved up to the main floor for guests as they come into the building. Anyone that has a temperature of 100.4 or higher will be sent home. We will have a nurse here. Gwen Allen is going to be working in our building, and she will be screening you to see what that looks like, but we'll send you home based on the recommendations. We're also going to be controlling the flow in the building. Now, 2 of the things that address that: in the morning, you won't be into the main building. You won't be allowed in until 5 till 8. You will be able to get into the gym and the commons area earlier than that to eat breakfast or if you have an activity, but you will have to be sitting in an assigned area to come into the building early or be with a teacher or a sponsor. So those are 2 of the things. We're going to control the flow in the building. It's important that we don't loiter in the hallways. So as you pass, we don't have a chance that maybe we can spread some virus to each other. So you'll use your lockers. You'll go to your lockers for half of the periods. So you'll get your things for 2 periods at a time. And that's going to help us. When you enter a classroom, you'll sanitize on the way in and on the way out. Desk will be sanitized each hour. We'll do more cleaning, extra cleaning. We have we bought additional supplies so that we can do more cleaning. In the classrooms, we'll be using social distancing. We'll be spreading out. All the time that you're in the classroom, the teacher will control how you are sitting, what type of activities you do. Several things that they've been working on the last few days in their individual classrooms. We're going to sanitize the locker handles in between classes, and we'll take care of that so that when you do go to your locker, if it's your period that you go, then you'll be able to get in safely. Masks are recommended but not required, and our school board has decided that each family, each parent will decide the use of masks. I like the big city restaurant idea that if I'm wearing a mask and I'm in a confined space, or if I'm in a confined space, to wear a mask until I'm in my classroom or till I'm spread out. That seems like a good way to go. And remember, a mask is to protect you from me. So if I am around people that I know may be wearing a mask, or if they have somebody that is at risk that they would like me to wear a mask, I'll definitely wear a mask. It's not going to be a big deal. I'd like for us to all accept people's opinions and respect their opinions on this, just like we ask to do with everything else. At lunchtime, we're going to have 2 lunches this year. So we'll have a split lunchtime, and we'll be getting that to you. We do have a new food service program. We're really excited. You're going to love the food. It's going to be good. You're going to enjoy the things that we have in the cafeteria. But we'll use the cafeteria and then also up on the stage, and we'll be splitting the lunchtime into 2 different periods. So half of you will go, half of you go to class, and then we'll switch it. And that will give us a little more room to spread out. It'll give us more time to enjoy our food. We will have grab and go breakfast still. We'll have regular breakfast. We'll have grab and go breakfast between first and second hours. You'll grab that and go back and eat that in your classroom. For a while, we may be having a grab and go lunch where you get your lunch and you go to your table and you eat it, and then you go back and dispose of it. And then you'll return back to your table after you do that. You'll be sitting there until we dismiss you back to your classroom. We're going to encourage you to wash hands often. We don't have great setups for wash hands, but we do have sanitation stations, so you can sanitize at the first and the last of each hour. We won't be using the drinking fountains, but we will be using the water bottles and the fillers. And so we encourage you to bring a water bottle that you can fill at the filling stations here in the school. We will be on a one-to-one Chromebook, so each of you will have your own Chromebook, and that's going to help with the different things. We're going to ask you to take the charger home and leave it at home, and then you guys charge these up at night. So plug them in, let them charge up all night, and then when you bring it back the next day, a Chromebook will last more than a day if you have it fully charged. So charge it at night, bring it back, and that will be your device that you use every hour. Your teachers are all preparing to use Google Classroom, and we'll use that for every class. So your assignments, your videos, the resources will all be used through Google Classroom. If you check out library books and bring those back, those library books will be quarantined. So they'll be put in the office, the library there for a while, and they'll be quarantined. You're going to see some shields in different places, some plastic shields in the front office. When you come to the office to talk to either Joy or Barbara or see one of us in the office, you'll be asked to sit out in the front hallway. We have some chairs out there that are spaced out. And then when you come to the door, they will wave you in one at a time. There's an area where you can stand and you can talk to them through that shield. Our nurse will use the nurse office to screen people. We're going to limit and almost completely restrict guests into our building. They recommend that we don't bring a bunch of outside people in, and so we're going to limit that to those that just need to be in. When guests do come into our building, we're going to use the temperature scan, and then we'll ask them a series of questions, and they'll be screened before they'll be allowed into the building. I know all this stuff sounds like a hassle. What we want to do is we want to make it not a hassle, and we want to make this a great year for all of you. And like I said, we're excited to be back in a face-to-face. Our fall sports start Monday, and I just received word from Keisha that is a go. So we'll be starting that on Monday. Different restrictions for different sports, and they're all listed on the kshsaa.org website. So if you want to go there and look at some of the recommendations, but our coaches will be keeping things safe. They'll be spreading you out. They'll be checking temperatures. Anytime any group leaves the building to go to an activity, we'll have the whole group do a temperature scan. If people in that group have a temperature, then the whole group may stay home, or just the person, depends on how much exposure we've had. But this is a serious time, and it's a thing that we're all dealing with. But we want to make sure that we're safe, but we also want to make sure that we're still carrying on and doing life like we should. And we believe it's important that you're here with us. So like I said, I'm excited. I've talked with most all of you that are looking at different options for this year, and I'm happy to say that you're coming to be with us. If we would have to make a change and go to a fully online school, we'll be prepared. You'll have your Chromebooks, we'll have things set up in Google Classroom, and we'll all be ready. But I would ask you to come to school ready for a great year. Come to school with a great deal of grace towards each other, knowing that this is a tough time for everybody, and knowing that people have different emotions and different feelings about this, and that's okay. We can live with that. But let's make this one of the best years we've ever had. I can't wait to see you guys. Take care.